everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Revolution. Change is necessary. And on today's episode, we are joined by a spectacular vocalist. Yes, vocalist and also a runner-up of Step Up Lesotho Season 1. And she's also the host of her very own show. It's called My Spiritual Journey. Please help me welcome Nthabiseng. Yay! I'll do the sound effects for you. Yay! How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's so good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
The last time we actually saw each other was, let's take it back to 2019.
Yeah.
Step Up Journey,
Yes.
Season 1, right? I remember your audition like it was yesterday. You came in, and it was winter.
Yeah, it was
right? My
very
solo
cold.
auditions, it was very cold. But you were ready, man. You were ready, and you were filled with so much enthusiasm. So much hope was just in you. Just tell us a little bit about your Step Up journey.
Oh, my step up journey. Well, one thing that I can say is I'm grateful that I was part of that competition, honestly. In fact, remember from the onset, I didn't get the go through. I came back and Juvie said no. He gave me a no.
I remember. Guys.
Yeah, you remember. And
so thanks to Juvie.
Okay, God. Okay, it's a no. So I'm going back home.
Yeah.
And then I got a call back. And they were like, okay, you're part of the top. Is it top 50 or top 100? 100.
It was top 100.
Yes. So they were like, you're part of the top 100. And I was like, okay, yippee, I'm in. And then we went to the what was this? The boot camp.
Yes.
And it was amazing, you know, it was, but there was just a lot of work to be done.
You guys were under pressure.
I was under a lot of pressure because one thing that I learned, I remember from that competition, one thing that I learned is that there is so much talent in this country.
Absolutely.
There is so much talent in this country. So yeah, it was that. Managed to get to the top 10. It was beautiful. The journey itself was just so beautiful. You know, it was so beautiful. I got to learn a lot. It gave me an exposure.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm so grateful of is Step Up gave me so much exposure. And yeah.
I think one thing I admire you for was just your consistency in the competition. There were so many moments where I feel like you were tested.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about maybe one of the most challenging moments? And even if they are challenging, are they memorable to you?
The most challenging moments. I think a competition itself is challenging, you know.
Facts.
But I remember, there were a lot of things that were happening, you know. For example, even also just being part of the top 10.
Yeah.
I remember when we were waiting for the results.
Yeah.
You know, some of the people would come and say, "Why did you sing that song?
Yeah.
Like, you've just doomed yourself. How could you do that song?"
Yeah.
Like, and at some point I'll be like, "God, why did I do that song?" Because, you know,
now you're questioning yourself.
I question myself, like, am I going to do it? And also being with, I was in the same room with my roommate, and at the time she had her own things that at some point I had to be part of. You know, like, I'm going through this. I need to be the one running, doing this and all that. So it was a bit challenging. I got, you know. But yeah, it was, it is what it is, man.
I think one thing about you is that you came out stronger.
Yes, that's it.
You came out a fighter out of that, and I will always respect you so much for that.
Thank you so much. Thank
and
you so much.
I think also your fan base admires you for the fact that you were consistent. You came out stronger. Man, she's a whole fighter. So I admire you so much.
Thank you so much.
For
Thank
that.
you so much.
Let's take it back to your childhood years. What is the one thing that maybe stuck out for you when you were a child? It can be a particular memory that has molded you to the artist that you are today?
A childhood memory.
Yeah. Is there any, like a particular memory that was like, yo, you know what, from that day you were like, I want to be a singer?
Oh, yes, it is there. I remember when, okay, so my mom can sing, right?
Really?
So, yeah, my mom can sing. So,
It makes sense. So it runs in the family.
Yeah, So, because my mom can sing, there were, like, I grew up singing in the house and all that, but I just knew that I can sing. It was just that. Until this one day, I got transferred from the school I was studying at, and I went to this new school. So when I got there, I remember, I think it was on my second day at school. I was in grade 4 at the time. I got there, and it was at around recess time, and everybody's just out there and all that.
Yeah.
And then I just stood on the desk, and I was like, freedom is too much. And
love
all
that.
other kids from other classes, they came and they were like, okay, who's this new girl in the hood?
Wait.
So that's where it all started, because everybody was like, oh my God, you sing very beautiful, you've got a good voice. I was like, oh, so I'm really gifted, So yeah.
Hey.
That's
Okay.
how it all started.
So this whole time, because your personality is timid, and you're very much to yourself, but when your voice comes out, and I love that, it's like a total
thank you so much.
opposite,
Yeah.
It's like a total opposite character that comes out. So this whole time you've been like a, how can I say it, like a change, someone that brings change, someone that brings like a revolution, starting from moments like that as a kid. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. So it's moments like that that transpired for you to become, the vocalist that you are today. Do you still have that fire? Would you still say that you have that fire that you had back when you were in grade 4?
Well,
On that moment?
No.
Why not?
No, because at the time, as a kid, how long one, right? You can sing anywhere, anytime. When somebody says, sing for me, this is me.
Shine.
You just do it.
Yeah.
But you grow up, and how can I into this industry? Firstly, I should say, I appreciate it. I think the churches gave me an opportunity to grow my talent. How little Sunday school, you join, you have praise and worship, you move and all that, you join groups. I think molonon la ha bontsho le teng, but ka gola so le ka mo go fapaneng, based on the fact that I'm grown up. I've been through a lot. I've seen things. I've been bent. Ko hona ntho tse ngata tse etsaetseng tse ntseng hore ke ske ka ba ngwana nana ka bina at any time. Anaka Emma on the desk and say, freedom is coming tomorrow, and just sing. You understand? Because of the things that probably you've been through, the things that you've experienced. There was a time when I was literally in my bedroom, and I was like, but what happened? And I'm not going to lie, after my step-up competitions, I just rested. Because that those things that you say. I was talking with friends of mine yesterday. They just came to my place, and I was saying to them, there are things that we go through, you don't even realize how cut off it on. They change you. You think I'm still okay, and you think these things kind of change you in a way. You understand? Like after that time, I felt okay. I was okay. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. But I just discovered lately that I don't have that fire anymore. I had a huge fan base, but I was just not there anymore.
I think you still have a huge fan base.
I still do.
It's just that they're waiting for you to get that fire back. So what would it take for you to get that fire back again?
Okay. In my in my position, it is the thing that I wanted to release music immediately at the time.
Yeah.
One thing that I always say is I'm not into the music industry because I'm like, I've got the good voice and all that. I'm doing this because I believe this is the ministry that God has called me into. You get my point? So at the time, there was a time when I was like, okay, I need to pick myself up and I need to do something because people are expecting. I remember my mom would always say, you're going to lose your fat base and all that. And there was a time also when I felt like I need to do something. And at the time, in my spirit, God was like, it's not yet time. You need to rest. Because you see, at times, God can put you into something as like, he's just introducing you to the world.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
he just wants to say, hey, yo, this person is there. I'm introducing you, but it's not yet time for you to go out there. It's the same thing, you know.
I feel like you're just preaching to me.
You know. So, yeah, I feel like for me, Step Up competition was God saying, Lesotho, know this is the kind of person that you have.
Right.
But after I introduce you, I still need to work on you. I still need to deal with you. You know, I still need to do some few things in you. So, yes, people looking outside might think, this person is delaying. This person, I'm aware that, no, I'm not delaying. There's something that is still being dealt with in me. So, when it's my time to go out there, then you'll feel that there was a reason.
Guys, interview and I feel like we're done. It's cool, you know. She said everything that she needed to say. Yo, I love how your words really just struck my spirit. Because I feel like there are so many artists here at home who were given the platform to shine, who were given a break, you know, but then after the break, they had to, or they were forced back into their hole. And being forced back into that hole, they felt like they're of no use or no value anymore. And I appreciate your presence here because I feel like it's a reminder to us, I'll include myself too, that, you know, we're being molded.
Yes.
You know, we're being chiseled in order for us to become diamonds.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
What is your role in your society right now? What do you think your role is?
What I'm doing in my society right now? Well, I always say I think I'm just so called for young people and women. I'm a young people and women's person. Like, one thing that I always do is I love whenever I see gift, whenever I see talent, if I meet anybody who is just so gifted, I love just come, work with me. I get invited to events as a gospel artist. Oftentimes you'd find that a lot of people that now people use as the backing vocalists and all that, I got that person, I'm like, just come and help me. Let's do this. And oftentimes I just receive a lot of messages from young people and all that. This is what I'm going through. This is what I'm experiencing. Even married women. So I believe that I'm just a person called for youth and women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is definitely what I do. I still have a heart that I want to do something so big. I remember we were just talking with this one other guy. He came to my place and he was like, let's look at people around us. Like, just in our village. What is happening? What can we do for these people? What can we do for these kids? What can we do for this generation? Because there's so much gift. But you see young people just going out there by all the things that we can do, projects that we can do to help them. So yeah. But so far I can say all that I'm just doing is just talking with people. I love
interacting with them
and all that.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you think your music creates an internal revolution for people? You know, it creates like an internal change. It makes them to change from the inside. That's why they come to you, and you know they find comfort in you, and you know they find it very easy to talk to you. Just tell us a little bit about that.
The gospel itself, man. The gospel itself, when it reaches your heart, it changes you.
Facts.
You know,
Yeah.
it changes you.
Yeah.
One thing that I always pray for to God is, God, I don't just want to sing for people to dance and all that. I want the moment I open my mouth, do something, work through my life. So I think that it really does. It really changes
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
because I receive a lot of texts. Yo, man, even from Facebook,
Yeah.
like people I've never even met.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I remember there was a time when I was making a video recently saying, be grateful to every person that God connects you with. Because every person that God connects you with, you never know. At times we see ourselves standing. We see ourselves growing. We see ourselves working in our God-given purposes. I always say I'm standing even when standing is not easy. And one thing that I realized is the reason I'm still standing is because there are people who are praying for me out there. Not so long, it was just Sunday. This one morning, I received a call from this lady from Bloemfontein. Says Mbali. We just met on social media.
Yeah.
They were inviting me to the radio.
Yeah.
And she called me and she was saying, hi, how are you doing? I just wanted you to know that I love you and I'm always praying for you. It's like, oh, thank you. And a lot of people saw me from Step Up. I was just walking with a friend of mine and one lady were just greeting. She came to me. She was like, please come here. And I went and she said, can I give you a hug? She gave me a hug and she said to me, I want you to know that we love you. My family loves you so much. And I'm always praying for you.
Yeah.
You know, the impact that you're doing in our lives. We go through your social media at times and we see you singing and you just work in our spirits.
Yeah.
And we want you to know that we're always praying for you.
Absolutely.
So I'm so grateful to God, because that one I'm very sure of, that going out there, God always works through me.
Speaking of your spiritual journey and you know the relationship that
Yeah.
you have developed with
Yeah.
with God over the years of your life, how has that contributed to your music?
Ooh, it has.
Because you've mentioned you know, I hear you mention here and there that you know you're a gospel artist, of which you know I personally know you as a gospel artist, but I feel like our audience needs to touch base with how do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
like how does your spiritual
Yeah.
journey,
Yeah.
because even in your voice, like I think the first time I met you, I sensed such a positive energy from you, right? I don't know if maybe our spirits were aligning, but yeah.
You even said that when
Yeah.
you were interviewing me that, ooh, I felt you. I think
Did
the
I?
Spirit.
Did
Yeah,
did
you
I?
did. Yeah, you did.
Hey!
You
So
did.
yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my God, my relationship with God contributes so much in my music. I think I remember there's one time when I think it was just God saying to me, choose. I never really share the story a lot. That there's one time I was so much into hip hop. I was the girl with the niggas and all that. I used to rap, but even when I was rapping, it was always about God.
Wait, you used to
know?
rap?
I used to rap.
Stop it.
So yeah, I was a bit of a tomboyish. I always say there's one episode I did on my spiritual journey that what did I name this? My God. Okay, I was telling about my story, how it all started.
Yeah.
That I almost became a lesbian.
Yeah.
Because I was just so much into, you know, all those things and all that, you know. So yeah, I've been there. But the reason I got into this gospel music, it is because I remember in 2015, I was already in church and all that.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah.
But in 2015, when I lost my dad, it was very difficult.
Yeah.
And at the time, I thought I was strong. You know, how when I'm doing, I'm strong and I can handle this. But I remember I said to God when I was praying to Him to heal my dad. This one night in the Beretso to a crusade, and I went to my bedroom and I said, God, I come to you as your daughter. If you can heal my father, I was daddy's little girl. I promise you that I'm going to serve you with all that I have. I promise you that I'm going to serve you with every part of me. And after some few weeks, my dad died. And I was like, yo, we made a promise. We had a deal. And now he's gone, and God was like, I heal in different ways. I heal in different ways. So he's resting. He's okay. You know, I was like, okay, I need to fulfill my part of the promise. So I was just doing this because I love God, so I promised.
Yeah.
But in 2019, I was involved in a car accident. that almost took my life. A lot of people thought I was dead when they saw me lying there. I used to wheelchair for about 2 to 3 months. I used to put on Pamperses. I couldn't do anything. I was bedridden 2019. But I saw God in that. I saw God in that. I saw the hand of God in that. Even when it came to my healing, I saw God in that. Because, you know, how I healed, I was on a wheelchair for 3 months. And then I got invited to Limpopo to go and minister there. And I was now on crutches at the time. And as I was on stage, I was with some of the big artists that side. When I was on stage, it was something else. They just called me. I had ministered the previous day, and they called me and they were like, "Can you please do that Sotho hymn that you do it?" It's like, okay. I came. I was even on my slippers because you understand my situation. Yeah. I just recovered this hand, so I was using
the other one.
Yeah. So I got there, and as I was doing I was singing at the time, and I felt my bones, like I felt something that was happening. Something. I've got a pin on the leg.
That was the healing power.
That was the healing power. Yeah. Dude, when I got off that stage, I was walking. Literally walking. When I came back home, my mom was like, "What is happening with you? What's going on?" Yeah. And from that day, I knew that God, you kept me because you wanted me to minister. You still wanted me. My parents are out there waiting for me.
Definitely.
That is why you kept me. So when I get out of here, the devil, you're in trouble. I'm going to serve God with the best way I know. And the best way I know is through my voice.
And
so that's
boy,
definitely
was
what
he
I'm going to do.
in trouble.
Boy, he's still in trouble.
He's still in trouble to this day.
So
wow.
that's just it.
I never knew that part of your story.
Man, it's
I never knew that part of your story,
else.
And thank you so much for sharing that
Thank
with
you so
us.
much. Thank you so much.
And I know that the people that are watching are definitely gonna be so moved by it, and it's definitely gonna put them, you know, a step closer, just you know, in a much more positive space. Let me just get myself together.
But just to touch hang and have, what I always say to people is music is who you are. Definitely. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Music is who you are. When I'm listening to your songs tell me who you are. That's just me. So when you go out there and you sing, you speak what is already inside of you. Like, you speak what is inside of you. If I'm just making an example, if Beyonce go out there and say, "If I was a boy," it is because there's something that really hit her so hard. Definitely. And she was like, "You know what, if I was a boy, if I was a guy." So you speak what is inside of you. So this is just me saying, what is inside of me, it's so much of God, and the only way to speak out this so much of God is through my music.
Your music.
So yeah.
So speaking of your music,
how
would you like the public, or how would you like Basotho to receive your music?
Well,
because I feel like a lot of people already have like their personal encounters with your music according to how your music hits them, right? But I'm sure you already have an expectation of how, like, when you have a certain song, right, that you have made, you would want them, I'm sure you would want them to feel it, you know, some way. You know what I'm saying? So how would you like that to happen?
You know, the trick part is, in the music industry, you don't choose who loves you and who doesn't. That's the trick.
Facts. In the entertainment industry.
Yes, you understand. You don't choose I have my own preferences. You have your own preferences. But honestly, God, I just wish when I release my music out there, everybody could just be excited. And if I'm going to release a song that says grateful, whenever that something good has happened, just play the song and, you know, praise with me and let's say God is so grateful and all that. I want to hear it about the radio stationing, TV Lesotho, in music video. I don't even want it to end in Lesotho. I wanted to go out there that other people appreciate all this gift in Lesotho. Understand? So that's just the thing. The only trick is, I guess in our country, touch this part.
Do it.
Honestly, in our country, I don't think music industry in Kelotlo. I don't know why, but our music industry in Kelotlo. I remember I was saying this on my spiritual journey. I invited a friend of mine who's an artist, and Nekibua something kere. One of the things that I touched, on this one, but I'm just going to be honest because we need to be honest about these things.
This is a safe space.
I was looking at this thing, right? After he died, he was a legend. He's still a legend.
Definitely.
And Ebekishaba commended the South African people when they're like, oh, our legend, and all that. And I saw commended Abasotho Habare. Hey, ha se motho a lona eno ke motho a rona. Hela. But let's be factual. Because South African people, they saw talent.
And they embraced it.
By embrace, by appreciate.
Yeah.
And they are the ones who made him.
Definitely.
Like, they are the ones who made him.
Yeah.
Gona re appreciate le ha batho ba South Africa se ba keta mo meet se re
we started appreciating him when he was up there.
When you look at a lot of people
who
are actors, some of them are Sotho people.
Yeah.
Belo Lesotho ha la bankela hlogong. Le lo ponahatso ha ba fihla South Africa, ha ba fihla man kona se re these are people. Ke ba Sotho ba Lesotho. You become surprised how come to mong, oh my god, no, do you know this person is a Sotho? What? A Sotho? How about what about us?
Yo, and the way by Makalankating.
You understand? You understand? Honana kwa Lesotho ne se le respect to South Africa because dintho tsena tse handle ditlaka Sotho people. But how bone ba Sotho ka bo bona? But appreciate batho ba bona. You don't see a government, ha ba ke government e tlamile ho etsa. Ha go nke ke ntshe government into yena ebile. Ha o bone ba Sotho ka bo bona.
There's a I'm going to make reference to the Bible. There's a verse, although ha ke hopole hore na ke hokae because wow hungat, but something just stuck out where it says go to the place where you are appreciated, regardless of whether, even if that place is your home or it's not your home, wherever you are appreciated, go to that place because they see
what other people don't see.
They see high value in you. And I feel like it's so sad that our country does not see value in art, does not see value in craft.
It is, okay.
Especially in the entertainment industry.
Adding also to that, we're talking with this very same friend of mine. You know what? The funniest thing is how Lele Sotumo. I'm going to be honest. Niki kala bona support e kholo Basotho in the music industry. Kala step up competition.
Like same
in my life. It was that time when I'm saying, I thought Sotho people bakao support, Basotho bakao support. But kento mona ya hore when you now go out there, it takes the grace of God. It takes the grace of God. O tlo appreciate ke batho ba South Africa. How about no, you're one of the non-artists in Lesotho. Also be le nwane le hakalo. But how people South Africa coming on events and stuff like one of the Lesotho's people. Go na ba tlo appreciate and ke bona ba tlo phamis. So it's just how it is. I just wish Basotho they can just hear our cry. Hore, please. Please just support us. We are your own. We are your own. I always say, one of the reasons say ke utlwole thata gore nka feta motho wa tsa ga le di artist gana le di nako tsa gona batho bana na go tla dula le heavenly o le smile all the time I ke kopana le wena ha ba tse go le gone there are times when life just hits you so hard.
They don't
but
know.
ke hopola this one time motho e mong a re, hi hona in town ile e kae, and I was like, I was just not there. Like I was going through my own. And motho ena o re hi, and o lebeletse gore ke re hi because I'm a public figure. But yeah, ha ke le ka gore ke mo feta fela, in my mind ka re, you know what, we are made by these people.
True.
Ke tlo se tei phapanyetsa motho ena because ke bona ba ngetsang. You guys, you are the one who make us. Like I always say, Beyonce had le Beyonce. People made her Beyonce.
She got supporters from her own hometown.
You understand it? And they made her. So please support us. We are your own. So yeah.
Speaking of, let's just touch a little bit on my spiritual journey. What inspired my spiritual journey?
My spiritual journey, what inspired my spiritual journey is, like I said, I believe I'm called for youth and women. So the reason I got into my spiritual journey is that for the longest time, God has always been like, you need to talk to young people. You need to talk to young people. At first, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And in my mind, you know, how I need to fix my bedroom. I need to do this because I'm gonna. And at the time, I decided that I'm going to get hangani. And God was like, what is it that you have with you? Whatever that you have, use it to start. The reason my spiritual journey is because I come across a lot of young people who always tell me about their issues and all that. And but at times they hit you so hard. I'm resting. So I discovered that experience in my journey with Christ. Because we are called for others. Whatever that you've been through, more faith in thing. There is a reason that you failed. You should be there to say, hey yo, we don't settle here. I've been there. Because happy people relate more when you say, I've been there. I'm going through this. Maybe you come to me like, oh, no, Chinana, the Bible says, how Safetamo, I'm not going to relate. But when you say to me, I've been there, I know what you're talking about. I'm able to relate because you've been there. So if you've been there, then that says I can do it as well. Yeah, so that is what inspired my spiritual journey, that with what I've been through, I've seen God in my life. There are episodes in I've been a church prostitute. I've been a lot of things, and I know people have said a lot of things about me, and I know that somebody's going through the same things that I've been through. So how about I share with you what I've been through? How about I build you through what I've been through? So that's what inspired my spiritual journey.
So woo! Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. When can people catch my spiritual journey? Or where can they? On which platforms?
Yes, so I was still going on my spiritual journey on my Facebook page and also on my Facebook account. But I think it's been 2 weeks now since I haven't been going live.
And it's fine.
Journey.
It's okay.
Because I just decided to take a bit of, I was still on a praying program. So I decided to just take a break from it. But y'all catch your spiritual journey every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on my Facebook page, Nthabiseng Khetsi. In fact, Nthabiseng Khetsi, and my Facebook account, Nthabiseng Khetsi. So yeah, my spiritual journey is still doing it on my Facebook page and Facebook account. But I've been on a break for this. I think it's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks now because I was still on a prayer program. So I decided that, you know what, I don't want to be out there. I need some time with me and God. So I decided to take a break on that. But on that note as well, I'm so grateful. Okay, what happened is, let me start it here. When I started, I used to go live with my phone. And then people approached me and they was like, can we do a proper shooting for you? And I was like, okay. And they're like, we're going to shoot your 8 episodes and all that. I was like, that's great. But then in the process, one of other professional peoples also was like, you know what, I saw your journey and I think I want to assist you in this. I was like, let's take it further.
Yeah.
Let's take it as a show.
Yes.
In general.
Yeah.
Let's take it from Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's move it from Facebook. Let's take it to YouTube and beyond.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, do it. Pops, like, do you just
Let's
do that?
Let's do
so,
it.
yeah, that's where I'll be taking it. And besides, people have always been like, how about you go about it on YouTube and all that? So, yeah, that's where I'm taking it. So, yo, fam, I'll be going on my spiritual journey. I'll tell you, I'll update you on Wednesday, because I think the dates might just change as well. And also, I won't be on Facebook anymore. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. So we're taking it further. So yeah, that's just the thing. So I'll keep you updated on Horena, Itlabe Kai and all that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what a lovely way to wrap up the show, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly what we do here on The Revolution. Nthabiseng Khetsi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It has been an honor to be in your presence again.
Hallelujah.
See, I told you guys she's got it with that vocal range. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here at The Revolution. Change is necessary. Remember to click on that subscribe button and also click on the like button. Also, remember to click on that notification bell, and every week we will be showing on your timeline so that you do not forget to watch each episode every single week. Thank you once again, Nthabiseng.
Thank you.
And from us here at The Revolution, thank you so much for watching, and we say peace out.
Bye.